Come on, come on, come on. You know what time it is. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's time for the LockMarie talk show. Y'all already know. And it's her 100th episode? What? 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 The 100th episode? With your girl? Woo-hoo! Come on, y'all. I made 100 episodes. You gotta give me more love today. I want more love today. Hey. 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 Yes. Yes. Yes, y'all. A year. Your girl, Coach LockMarie, made a year, y'all. This month, I was doing my 21st episode last year, this week, because my brother was my guest. And, yeah, I want to say it was a 21st episode, because I saw the flyer come up on Memories on Facebook. Can y'all imagine it? Like, I did that. I'm proud of myself. I stuck with it, and I'm seeing the fruits, the benefits of it. So I am a witness to anybody out there who is trying to do something, who has a desire to do something. What does the slogan say? Just do it. Just get it done. What you waiting on? And anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect. Who's perfect? No one. I know I'm perfect for me. I'm perfectly me. But I ain't trying to be perfect in nobody else's eyes. What I do right here is perfect for what I'm doing. And so look, my brother, speaking of my brother, shout out to my brother. Come on now, give it up. Travell. Give it up for my brother, Travell Richardson, the one. Not only last year this time I was letting you know that he was, self-made. He taught himself to play the keyboard, taught himself to play the bass, taught himself to do the drums, perfected that even more. Not only did he stop there, y'all, but within this last year, y'all, my brother is now a beat maker. He is producing. Like come on now, give it up for him again. See, so just so you know, the playlist that you are listening to now is my brother's, y'all. These are my brother beats, y'all. I'm just so proud of that boy. Ooh, I could cry. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it ain't funny. I'm serious, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he had me scared for a minute there, y'all. You know how you see your brothers growing up and you be like, oh Lord Jesus, Hail Mary full of grace. You don't be knowing who to pray to, what to pray. You be like, oh Lord, but they gonna get it. They gonna get it. And guess what, y'all? He getting it. Like he had it, but as his sister, I'm very protective of my brother. I love my brother. We were raised very close. And, so yeah, he has a very special place in my heart. And so you are listening to his beat now called Hey. 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 So anybody out there, any artists out there that are looking for some master beats, some beats to help you, your artist, your artistic talents, any producers and managers, your artists need beats. just contact my brother. I'm telling you, he is doing it. He got a lot of stuff in the making, and I'm really, really proud of him. And I'm honored. And, that's what it makes me know he really trusts me and like my opinion. He be sending me his beats and stuff before they done. And I be feeling like I'm part of the music industry, y'all. I'm like, okay. Look, let me check it out and I'll get back to you, But no, he know I'm going to give him, first of all, I'm going to encourage him. And secondly, he know how I am and how we are about music. We love good music and good beats. We were raised in music. Our grandfather was a singer, and so we used to go to singings all the time. It was gospel during the time because that's all we were allowed to listen to, you guys. But it was some good gospel. My grandfather didn't fool with no. It was some good stuff. It was that stuff that made you move them hips, and you had to be like, "Oh Lord, I'm not supposed to be doing this to church music." But yeah. So yes, you are listening to. First one you heard was "That Right" by The One. That's his Beatmaster name. I call him the Beatmaster. That's my name I gave him. He's the Beatmaster. Oh, listen at him, y'all. Beats by The One. So that's his name, The One. You were listening to That Right, and then you heard Hey, and now you're listening to Yes. Yes by The One. He already know his sister loves good music. These right up my alley for this podcast. Hey. So this is my 100th episode, and I have to give my brother his shout out because that's my brother and I love him. And yes, he deserves that. He's doing a great job, and I want him to continue. I should put him on blast right now and call him while y'all. Let me see. We were just texting. I don't know, he might be at work. Let me see. I'll ask him. I respect folks' money, so I don't be calling folk when they on a job. I remember when. Certain times you just can't talk. But yes, so we'll see if he responds. Then we'll get him on a line and let him talk to y'all for a minute. But until then, let's continue. We have, y'all already know, Everyday Positive Thinking, Louise Hayes. I got to go back to my book. That book still is one of my favorites. And y'all, I am not the same. Since my 99th episode, y'all, I am not that same girl. For real. Like every day I see myself growing and expanding and maturing mentally, emotionally, vibrationally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it. Whatever, I don't care. I just know I feel it and I'm excited about it, right? So these type of positive thinking books really come in handy, and they help to expand your mind even more. And so we are here. It says Tavis Smiley, this is one of his sayings. It says, avoid the enticement to be mean or argue. Ooh, I like that. Allow others to be right. Ooh, we're going to put a pin in it right there. How many of y'all can do that? Now, the topic for this podcast, the flyer that I put out, says to let go and live. Okay. Now, it's a whole lot I can say, and I was going to say, and I was to tie into that. But that is just let go. Surrender. Just leave it alone. Let it go. Right? Only you know what you need to let go in order to live. Okay. Some of you need to avoid the enticement to be mean or argue. Just let go being right. Can you do that? Can you really let go being right? One of my little, used to call her my little angel when we worked on a job together. She was just such an amazing woman. I haven't spoken to her in years, but I can't. I'm excited for the next time we meet. And her niece probably gonna be a grown woman by then, and I'm really gonna feel old. Jesus. But this lady used to always speak well and positive things, and she was like the job's therapist. Everybody would go to her desk and just pour out because she always had something positive or good to give back, right? And so and I used to tell her she just used to bounce down the hall. She would just be bouncing, just sashaying down the hall like she was floating. And so one thing she would always say is, you have a choice. You're either going to be nice or be right. And sometimes it's okay to choose to just be nice. And it's a lesson learned. Like, it's maturity. Like, that's development. I'm not going to expect anyone to get that overnight. Because I didn't get it overnight. Believe that. Hey! Hey! Y'all have to excuse me. I'm just excited about my brother Beats. And so, sometimes you have to... Sorry, that was one with the song on it. We want to just play music. Music. Let's see. Let's go back up to this. Okay. Yes, y'all gonna get tired of it because I'm gonna repeat it over and over and over now. So, avoid the enticement to be mean or argue. Just be nice. Be nice. It's okay to be nice. Allow others to be right. And you be nice. As far as you're concerned, be peaceful with everyone you encounter. So when you allow others to be right, then it allows you to remain peaceful. Because if you're saying that that person's wrong, 9 times out of 10, they're going to buckle down in what they believe in. You're going to buckle down in what you believe in. And it's going to become an argument. And somebody's going to get a little heated, if not both people. And it's going to turn into an argument. And the peace is going to just literally pass by. Like, it's going to go out the window. Somebody's going to not have peace. Whether both people or one or the other. But peace, someplace is going to be missing. So keep your peace. Guard your peace with your life. That is my thing. Peace is so important. Peace of mind is a necessity to a successful and healthy life. If you look back at people who have, had sicknesses or some type of ailments, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't the happiest or the most at peace people. Because you got stress, you got worry, you got anger, you got doubt, you got depression, all of those different emotions and all of those different characteristics and traits that affect the body and your energy are the opposite of love, peace, and being nice. So if you want to have a successful, loving, productive, abundant life, It starts with just being nice. That's the first step, right? Now I know you say, girl, that's easier said than done. What did I say earlier? I said it ain't gonna happen overnight. I got you. Don't trip. I know. I worked 24 years in a situation where it was not always the first thought to be nice. Believe me, with the type of A1 personalities I dealt with, the type of, what do we want to call it, narcissistic personality traits I dealt with daily, the I'm the boss, I know you don't, the I got 10 degrees and I passed this test and that test and you didn't, believe me, I get it. But if I can survive in that arena, you darn sure can with your mama and your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your mate. We can do it. And if you think you can't, why you still there? And on that note, we just gonna groove to the music real quick. Hey, hey, hey. Once again, you are listening to Yes by the one Travell Richardson, Beatmaster. I'm gonna have to put some words to this. Have me rapping in a minute. But my question before we took a little break, so you could process what I was saying. Why are you still there? No, it's a choice. No matter where you are, what situation you're dealing with, whether it's a job, whether it's a church, whether it's a school, whether it's a home situation, whether it's a relationship situation, whether it's a marriage, no one's forcing you to stay in an uncomfortable situation. That is your choice. And as I've learned, you have the power to change things if you don't like how it is. No one else can exert or force their views, their ways, their life on you without your permission. For years, I gave people the right and the permission to do that to me. So I'm here to help you. If you anywhere under the age of 25, you do not have to live that type of life. Do not let anyone make you think you have to. You gotta stay and you gotta do. You ain't got to do nothing. The only things you got to do in life, because people used to say, is pay tax. You don't have to pay your taxes. Many people don't do that. It's required, right? It's a law or whatever, but that's still a choice. How many people are behind what we call bars today because they made a choice opposite of what the law said. So you still have a choice even with your taxes. But the only things you don't have a choice and a say in is when you were born and when you leave here. But everything in between there that other people try to dictate and tell you what you need to and how you and what you know what they say here, and did you read you still have a choice. Choose ye this day The choice is up to you. It ain't got nothing to do even with what you was taught, what you was brainwashed to think, whatever you want to call it. You have a choice. Free will was set up by the Creator from the beginning. And when you choose the road you want to take, He gets behind you and He still loves you. And He's still there with you daily to assist you on that route. How it turns out is one still all on you. The problem is, as the topic of this podcast, we don't let go, so we don't ever live. We don't surrender to what He has to push you into what it is you're seeking. We don't ever totally release and let go and trust the process, trust the journey, knowing that He will lead you and guide you into all truths, that He will direct and order your steps, and that all things, even the decisions that you've made that did not turn out the way you planned it would turn out, or the way your mama wanted it to turn out for you, or the way your spouse wanted it to turn out for you. All of that still works together for your good. It still did not take Him by surprise. It still did not throw Him for a loop and He's like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know how I'm gonna handle. They did that I don't know what to say. No, we serving God. Sorry you guys, my brother just texted back. He's Creator. He knows. He sees everything. It was already planned out like a script. Writers, we write, right? And when we're writing scripts, you have your characters for your, whatever you're writing, and you, as the creator of that script, of that play, you write out what each character is going to do, what they're going to say, all of that, right? Now, you give them the script, but then you also may give them some leeway, some free will to adjust the wording, to adjust the character, to adjust the attitude of, you know what I'm saying? You have in mind a guide because you are the originator, the creator of it. But you want them to put their flair into it, their free will into it. Now, if you will do that, imagine the God that we serve, who has control over it all, who has universal powers. Remember He-Man? I have the power. You are He-Man. You are She-Ra. We all have that power because we were created by the Creator. Okay, we have gone into some other instrumentals, so we're going to give a shout out to them also. We have Back on Deck by Xavier Roussan and Eso Indies, and now we're listening to Waterfalls by Eso Indies and King Sis. And then, of course, we're going to go back up and we're going to play My Brothers again because I want y'all to hear it. He is the master of the universe. He is our He-Man, right? And he created you and placed in you. It says, greater is he in you. So if he is in you, that means, and what did he say? Greater works. Oh my gosh. Greater works. Greater works than these will you do. What are you doubting? If he said you'll do greater works, you can't even fathom the things that you are capable of. But what we have done, I've done it, and we all do it. Society has set us up to do it, is we have allowed society, we've allowed other people who wasn't too sure of themselves to teach us and to train us out of being sure of ourselves. And that's what it all boils down to. The skeptics of the world, the majority of the world, the majority that rules, have always taken that place. And those who knew that they knew began to doubt because the other people didn't know. And instead of what they call it, the underdog taking over, the real underdogs were in control. And it's no fault of anyone's, I mean, we love them all. Like I said, I have nothing, and oh my God, you guys, I feel so good. Like, I have nothing in my heart against anyone. Like, I feel so good. You guys don't even get it. This feeling is amazing. I used to be here. Like, years ago, I was like, I would hear people say, like, they have enemies and they have this and people don't like them and they don't like it. And I used to like, why? It didn't, but I get it. Because you can get so distracted and caught up and get in a momentum of other folks' drama and energy and, vibration and spirit. It's all the same. It's just different wordings. You get so caught up. Oh yeah, we gotta listen to this and then we'll go back up to my brother. This is Sweet Talk instrumental by Tyra Chanty. Y'all know I like her stuff. You get so caught up in the negative momentum of life until you just lose yourself. And I feel so good to be coming back into alignment with who I am. Me, LockMarie, who I was created to be. Not who my mama said I was, not who my mama wanted her daughter to be, not who my grandfather wanted me to be, not even who lover of life my grandmother wanted me to be. Even though she probably was the closest to what I wanted, because she wanted the best for me and what I wanted. So, but it ain't even that. It's what I was created to be. That in my gut, that no one could feel or tell me or give me a word to fulfill. I had to get that word only from myself as I connect with the Creator. It isn't a religious thing. It's not a traditional way of doing it. It's not okay, you clap your hands 10 times, you stomp on one foot 3 times, you say this. No. It's so just release all that fluff that don't even matter. It don't. You release all of those thoughts, all of those beliefs, and you just tune in to who God is, who the Creator really is, and that is love. And as I was saying, I have nothing but love in my heart for everybody at this point in time of my life. And that is from my ex to my families that, people that I don't speak to, friends that I have told me, and like straight out, like, I'm not your friend no more. Yes, I have those people, y'all. Okay, we're gonna go back up. Hold on. I have those people, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what? Am I supposed to cry? No. I mean, not to be, selfless or whatever, or, like I don't care, but I don't care. I really don't. Because why? So that I can stay up under their control, up under their power, up under, you know what I'm saying? That's how you stay bound in life, by caring what other people think or say about you. Okay, hey, knock yourself out. You don't like me, you don't want to be my friend no more. Who was it, Pilate? What did he say? I wash my hands. What they say, shake the dust from my feet. Move on. Ain't nobody ever did nothing for me, no way. So look, I'm good. I'm glad people think that they that important in your life to think that it matters. But hey, everybody got a choice, right? There are people in my life. I had a choice whether I, kept them a part of my life. I had a choice whether I stayed in relationships with men. Could nobody take that choice from me? So who am I to take a choice from another female who says she don't no longer want to be considered my sister or considered my friend? More power to you. I love you. You like it, I love it. Whatever works for you. I want the best for your life. I wish you well. I don't wish no ill feelings on anyone. And that's how you have to be in life. That's how you stay free. That's how you become peace. And you just focus on your life. You focus on the good in your life. When other people bring them up, you don't talk about them. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, you don't even. And I have started teaching my son that. He would ask me questions about different things, and I would be like, look, if I can't say nothing nice, and he would finish it for me. Don't say anything at all. And he would kind of have that little smirk on his face. Because he knew what I was saying without saying it. Like, I ain't got nothing nice to say, so I ain't saying nothing. But it's a choice. Even with that, it's a choice. People just think they got to talk. You ain't got to talk about nothing. Let it go. Let go and live. Okay? So, whatever it is right now that is in your mind that you've been holding on to, you've been harboring. See, y'all know I'm always coming around to something. I'm going to help you. You're going to be set free today. You ain't got to go to no revival. You ain't got to go to the altar. You ain't got to you ain't got to do no week fast, no 3-day fast, no 21 day, no 30-day fast. You ain't got to do none of that. All you got to do, I'm going to make you do something. Get a pen and paper or get your cell phone and go to your notes on your cell phone or go to your voice message on your cell phone. And I want you to speak or write out the person or the people or the place or the thing or the situation that you are holding on to, that you have held on from yesterday or before. There is something that you have brought into today. What is today? February the 23rd, 2022. You have brought this thing over. Some of y'all been bringing it for the last 22 years. Every day you wake up, you pick that back up. Every night you go to bed, you release it, because every moment, everything stops while you sleep. He said, every day is a new day. There's new mercies every day. There's a new opportunity to be free every single day. And what do? Every day we wake up and we put ourselves back in bondage. That's just like being caught by the law. They take you to jail, right? They put you in that cell. Y'all know what a cell look like, and you see them bars closed. Bam! Right? Every morning, they open those bars and they let you go free. And every morning, you get up and you close the bar back and put yourself back in that bondage. That is what you do every time you go back into that same mindset of thinking on that one thing or those things or those people that get you upset and bring up that negative emotion and that anger and resentment and hatred in you. You put yourself in bondage every time. That is you doing it to you. You are blaming what they did. You're blaming the action of the person, which still came from you because you attracted that from them. Okay, but that's a whole nother podcast. What we're discussing now is the fact that right here today, as I'm on this podcast, you have the choice. You have the opportunity to let it go and release it and never pick it up again. It will start today. It can start today. Right now. Whatever it is you thought of when I said, whatever your it is, whatever you need to let go, let it go. Whatever you need to let go, you can let it go and live. Surrender it. What did it say? Cast your cares. Release it. And how you do that is every time from this day forward, from this moment forward, when you think of that person, the only thing you will say, when you think of that situation, the only thing you will say is thank you. I appreciate you. The only thing you will say is all is well. Everything is always working out. Now, I know you like, shh. Well, that's why you keep closing that cell door every morning. Okay? Every time you think of them, if you see what it is, if you cannot focus on it and change how you feel, then you need to change what you focus on. Okay? If every time you think of them, you focus on what they did, that's not going to get you anywhere. Or what happened, or what you allowed for you, what you attracted from them, because something was in you to attract that. Okay? Whether it was your lack of knowledge in what you were attracting, which is a lot of our issues today in life. We just don't know. It's a lack of knowledge, it's ignorance. We don't realize we're just mindlessly creating in life and don't even realize what we're creating daily. And then when it gets too big, then we're like, oh my God, like what in the world? Why is my life like this? Well, we created it. But it's good to get a hold of it. Once you get a hold of it, then you can change it. And that's why I'm so excited to be able to share this information. And just step by step, day by day. It's not going to change overnight for some of you, because some of you, just like with, I'm a health coach, and I tell women, it didn't take you, you didn't gain, you wasn't 110 pounds yesterday and woke up today 230 pounds. That didn't happen overnight. It took time, right? So you cannot expect to wake up and lose it overnight. So you have been holding some of this stuff for years. Some of you don't even know why you're holding it. Your mama told you, so you've been holding it since she been holding it. Like decades, centuries, generations, curses after curse after curse, because of what your mama and them, your grandmama and them, and the ancestors told you about a certain situation. And you still carrying that grudge on, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. But today you can release it. Races. I'm going to talk specifically to my people, the black people. Yes, I'm speaking to you directly. Today you can let go of what you hold against and hate the white man, as you call him. Some other stuff, y'all. I'm gonna leave that alone. Some other names that we not gonna touch. But you today can be set free from even that. You can allow a new history to begin to be made. Well, because I see the shirts. I see the post. I am Black History. Okay, so then why don't you start creating a new Black history so that 10, 20 years from now, the future generations can see where the old history stopped and the new history began, and they can then begin to regurgitate that instead of holding on to those sad sob stories of our past slave days. Free at last. You saying you're free at last, but you're still bound inside. You're still harboring inside stuff you're supposed to be free from. He didn't say one day we will. He said free at, that's the last, and that's why I like, that's how I know when he made those words, he was in alignment. When Cousin King Martin Luther King Jr. said, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. That was speaking it in the present, in the now, which means it's done. But why you don't see it is because you say that in speeches, you say that in reading books and talking about the history and quoting what he said, but you don't live it. You don't feel it. Because you're saying that, but then every time you see something that looks different than you, every time you see someone in a uniform, that feeling that you feel, that anger, that negative emotion, keeps you bound. It keeps you from being free. You think it's the person you looking at. You think it's the news that you hear and the things you see in the news. But no, it's the momentum you and the people have kept active and alive for years as quote unquote the victim. Which takes me to my book, The Narcissist. The victims of the narcissist. You gather together and you share your stories and swap your stories, and then you wonder why you still have to deal with that type of because that's all you focus on. I promise you, there is more to focus on when you looking at the man, the people, the government, any or everything you've ever thought that was against you, that you created or that your mama and them created. You can break that today and be set free from it today. You can start a new momentum. You can start a new trend. I'm telling my friend, start meditating. Clear your mind. Let it go. Be set free. How are you hating a president that don't look like you, but yet you say you are of love? Huh? How are you hating a race of people, but you want to receive blessings? You want to get over. You want to get, that's why you not getting nowhere. Let that go. It's not worth it. Move forward. Let go and live. Don't just keep surviving. Don't just let go of the survival mode. You can live abundantly, free, with peace, with happiness, with joy. Every moment, every morning. It's up to you. What side of the bed you get? Oh girl, she got up on the wrong side of the bed. That was her choice. But then she gonna blame everything and everybody that she meet or interact with that day. See, the people just like that. That's why it's folks like that. No, it's what's in you that's attracting that from them, because everybody has some type of you can pull whatever you want out of everybody. It all depends on what you want to get out of them. I think a lot of people really love drama, mess, and issues because that's what they attract from everybody and everything that they get involved in. I can say, and I'm going to be a little transparent here because I'm a woman. Any and all relationships that I have ever been in, whether it was a long-term relationship, whether it was a friendship relationship, whether it was a marriage relationship, dating relationship, whatever relationship, platonic, from the opposite sex, okay, because that's all I date, okay, any time of relationship with that, I know for a fact, and that's why I can say, no matter what other stuff they got going on in them that I have nothing to do with, you can attract, and I know that men got a lot of love to give. There's a whole lot of love up in the men. I don't care who they are, what they are, where they come from, what their background is, whether they're narcissists, whether they're a gangster, whether they're a good boy, a bad boy, a hood boy, a rich boy, whatever, it does not matter. Ladies, if you are the right character, and you are, because we all are, we all have it in us. If you would begin to focus on the pure positive energy within yourself and in the world, every man you come in contact with, you will get that part of him. Guaranteed. Now, whether you keep it, whether it lasts, whether it stay, that is the true work, right? That is up to you to continue that momentum. But you can start that momentum. You can pull it out of him. I look back, okay, 10, 15, 20 years of my dating and relationship life. Because I've spent literally now half my life Lord Jesus, with a man. That's not a bad thing because all it does is perfect me who as as a woman. And it helps me see that love does exist. That's why I say, and I don't care. Love is beautiful. I ain't never given up on love is beautiful. But I now know in the midst of my last relationship, I found and began to understand why I was getting certain things from the people that I was with. I understand now why that part of them kept showing up. Even though I was doing everything I thought possible, right? And then sometimes when you have elevated in certain levels and you instead of growing together, you grow apart. And that happens a lot. Your mind goes one way, you expand one way, and they stay stuck. My grandmother was a great example of that in a relationship with my grandfather, because she would always say it. And you could see it, it's evident. He was stuck. Some men, and I guess women do too, because like I said, I never dated one, so I don't know. But I can only speak for what I know. So don't think I'm saying that only men get stuck. But I've never dated a woman, okay? And I don't plan on it. That's not my thing. So when men get stuck, the woman, you have a choice. You either stay stuck with him, or you either gonna stay stuck, or you gonna unstick, if that's the word. You cannot force another person to change. You cannot. Okay, now I know we want to believe that prayer does it, prayer changes everything, and that's true. But remember, God does not go against free will. You as the woman do not know the core of that man you are with. Sometimes they don't see the need to change. They don't see it as a problem. So they don't have that desire to change, which means God is not going to go against their desire for their life for you. Because it's not, he's a God of free will, of choice. But what he's going to do is not force you to be stagnant if that is not your true desire. Whether you stay stagnant is on you. But a lot of times what women will do in that instance, because they have chosen to stay, is to blame the man inwardly. They won't say it to other people because you look stupid being in a relationship with somebody that you don't want to be with. But deep within, they're harboring resentment against that spouse. And it goes both ways. But like I said, I speak in the sense of women and men because, like I said, I know as a woman how it is to be in relation with a man. And so when you are in a relationship, you have the choice what you get from that person. But if that person does not have a desire to excel in that, it's hey, more power to you. That's all I can say. Cause ain't that much fighting in the world. Peace of mind means more to me. Look, I don't have to be right. I don't have to make it happen and make it last forever. If it don't last, good riddance. I am woman enough to realize that this was but for a season and it's time to move on. And I don't have to explain it to anybody. I don't have to justify it to anybody. I know what I need to stay at peace within me. And my heart goes out to women who I know personally who still yet have found that inner peace and that inner boldness and confidence to be able to make those hard decisions, really, that they need to make in order to excel in their life. Because some things and some doors you just will not go through attached to certain people. You cannot, and you can't force stuff that not supposed to fit. And that's where, it comes to things where, we transition with all these hopes and dreams and realities and, that never manifest. What do we say? Where's the richest place in the world? The cemetery. And how many of those people, had they just let go of one person, had they just moved from one situation or left one, company, or just they were one step away from their success. It's not action in a sense of hard work and grinding and, overdoing it, stressing you. No, that's not the work. The work is just realizing what works, what helps, what enhances you, and going in that direction. And being woman or man enough to realize that if the direction you're in now or you're going in is not it, then you're man or woman enough to let it go. I have to give shouts out to, and I speak on relationships a lot because that is one of the biggest topics in our society. It's like a big major issue, right? We all make it, important. And so one couple, and I can speak for it, because it was during a time where I was leaving my marriage, when I saw that they were separating as a couple. And it just took me, of course it took everybody by surprise, because you're like, what? But I don't even try to figure it out, because first of all, it's none of my business. And that's one thing we need to realize. Stay out of other folks. And it's not for the sake of you being messy. It's for the sake of anytime you're in somebody else's situation or trying to figure out why they did what they did, or talking about what they did and how they did it and what you think they should have did and all that, you are not affecting their situation at all. You are now involving yourself in that momentum, and you will have to live out something in whatever you're speaking or feeling about what you're speaking. Now, if you could talk about it and not be attached to it, then knock yourself out. But 9 times out of 10, most people got their own, because your personal experience becomes a part of it. And so you get kind of one-sided and be like, see, that's what I say about these men, and that's what I say about these women. And that keeps you having to always have something to say about that situation. So when you just let go, and like this one particular couple, I admire them to the T, because they realized it wasn't working, and they made a public announcement it wasn't working, and they moved forward, still with love in their hearts for one another. And I'm sure, as what they will do, which they should do, and I would recommend they do, when they get with the new person, they don't even bring up the old situation. They leave it as it is. One of love, one of growth, one of, it was good while it lasted. Everything positive that was in that situation, that is what they discuss, because that is what they're going to now bring into the new situation. And that's one thing that marriages and relationships need to learn. You wonder why you keep seeing the same qualities and the same stuff in each person you date or get with. It's because you keep bringing it with you. because of your mouth and your feelings and your emotions. I am a witness to that, and after being through two marriages, now I can really see it because I totally learned it, and both of my marriages, they were night and day, and it kept getting better, right? Which means, and I know what I know now. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I don't wish nothing but love, harmony, peace. My son's father has found love. He's been married for about what? How long now? Almost. I don't know. He got married right around the time I got married the last time, so about maybe 5-6 years now. I think this is, matter of fact, this might be their anniversary month. Happy anniversary to the father of my son and his wife. See, that's growth. That's growth, y'all. You can't do that if you ain't growing. But I don't wish nothing but love, happiness, success, prosperity, peace, abundance on the people that I've been involved in and with. I wish them well. Just because I wasn't to be that wellness, that well that continued to run over for them, because I'm a running over well. I still am. I know who I am. Don't no relationship define me. I defines me. And I know what I have to give. And so just because, that time is up, I don't wish ill on him, on none of them. I wish nothing but love, happiness, and peace, prosperity, overabundance of joy for them. Now, I ain't gonna say what I done got some emails and some text messages. And I'll be like, oh, that's how you do? That's what you wishing on me? But hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. They got to pay for that. They got to reap for that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't even respond. I just keep it pushing. I let it go and I live. And ladies, that's what you have to learn to do. You ain't got to defend yourself. You ain't got to, because I'm telling y'all, my family, and I think a lot of them got it. That's why they didn't contact me as much. But some of them, would send me a text and say certain things, and I would just say, you know what, I wish them well. Like, I really don't have nothing to say on that. Or I didn't even respond to some people, especially to those who I knew it was none of their business. For one, and as you guys see, I'm becoming more open to speak on it and to talk, because I'm when you're free of things, you're free of it. It does not bother me. But I'm not going to speak negative about people, because like I said, I didn't get, and no woman ever gets with a man, or a man ever gets with a woman because they want to they want to have negative experiences. So there was something good. There was a reason you got in the relationship. So if it did not continue, then at least when you do look back, just think on those things. The Bible tells you that. Think on those things which are true, which are just, which are pure. There any virtue, any praise. Think on those things. If you can't think on those things, then don't even think on it at all. And sometimes, I'll say maybe if that person had a thought on those things about you, it would have still continued on. But when people focus on certain things and can't get past their thoughts on certain things, you have a choice. Whether you stay with it or you leave them stuck and you excel on. It's a choice. And they may not learn it with you, but you pray that they learn it and they be better for the next person. And to every woman who comes after me, you're welcome. On that note, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all know I'm very confident in me. I know who I am. All right, y'all. episode. This is it, 100. So 101 is on his way. My brother has said that he was taking a break in about an hour or so. So I'm not sure whether I will add him on this one or we'll probably just put him on the 101 episode. I'll probably do another one maybe tomorrow or something, sometime this weekend, and have him on. But yeah. All right, you guys. I love when I say this, and I've been saying it, but man, and that's why you got to start saying it before you feel it. Start saying it before you feel it, and then start feeling it. And now when I say I love, it is such a pureness and it's genuine. I love. Like, I have nothing. I love. Because there's nothing. I am love. I was created of love, right? Find that old path. That's that old path. Find the path of love. And I love now. God has brought in people in my life now that I wouldn't have looked twice at in the past because of the way I was taught, because of the judgmental spirit I had in me. I have formed some relationships within the past couple of months that OMG. And to think that I would have missed out on this type of people, the genuine heart of them, because of what the world thinks when they see them, or what the world, you know what I'm saying, gathers from them or has stereotyped them to be. You got to let go of that, or you will stay stuck, and you will, like I said, it's a choice. To each their own. But just like I said, when you choose to stay stuck, don't get mad at folks who choose to not be stuck. You can't get mad at people who choose to let go and live. Just be proud and happy for them because they have excelled and made it, and be proud and happy for where you choose to stay and be. Because it's all a choice. All right, you guys? I love you all. I wish you all well. I wish you prosper and be abundant in health, wealth, and prosperity. All right? Mwah. Talk to you soon. This has been your girl, Coach LockMarie, on the LockMarie Talk Show. And you are listening to The Beats by The One, called That Right. And I'm out.